WordCamp Jinja. Let's give them a hand of applause in their presence, in their absence. Thank you so much. And okay, before I start my presentation, I'd like to say a huge thank you to Jinja, to the people of Jinja, for allowing us from wherever we are coming from to be in Jinja. We've been in Jinja for a few hours. I think we arrived in Jinja yesterday at around 8 p.m. So we've been in Jinja for more than 12 hours. Yes, but I'd like to tell you, I've not met any kind people in Uganda like the people of Jinja. You people will not understand, but for us who arrived yesterday and until today, I have just witnessed that people of Jinja are kind. Like I've traveled this country, I've been to the east, I've been to several places in this country, but I've not met kind people like the people of Jinja. So Jinja, if I was still single, I would consider, but I am not. How do they reply? To Sangai, how do they reply? Kari. Okay. Well, my name is Cerinah, Kasirye, and don't ask me so many questions. I do work with, I'm a founder of Trillion Look Store. I'll tell you a little bit about Trillion Look Store. We are a fashion and art social enterprise that works with marginalized women and youth artisans to help them mass produce, market and sell their products across the globe. And how do we do that? We implement digital strategies to reach out to a broader audience. And I'm glad to say that one of the things that we use is an e-commerce platform 100% built on WordPress. Clap. Yes. What else should I tell you about myself? Okay, I have 2 awards to my name, and it's humbling to talk about the 2 awards I have to my name. One of the awards is the best CFO. Anyone knows what CFO is? Chief Finance Officer. Yes, the best CFO SME category, an award that I was presented to courtesy of ACCA, Stanbic Bank and Deloitte in 2018. I am also privileged to be currently the best woman entrepreneur start-upper by Total Energies 2022. Well, what is most interesting about both of these awards is I've received these awards because I am a woman in technology. And what's most interesting about my recent achievement is it was accorded to me because of the e-commerce platform built on WordPress. So, I pray that as I do share my story and a few strategies that I have used to get where I am, I would inspire the entrepreneurs here, the employees here, the CEOs of huge companies here, and every one of you. Okay, I'll start like this. I really have quite a long presentation, but I don't want to go into it a lot, but I'd like to share my story of what digital marketing strategies I have used and how I have gone about this thing you call digital marketing to be where I am. Not, okay, let's just use it to be where I am right now as a woman in business, impacting over 200 women and youth artisans. Anyone knows what artisans are? Yes, the people who make handicrafts. This is how it started. I remember, by the way, you will forgive me. Let me first acknowledge my dear husband here. Yes, because I might be asked so many questions, but the story will not start without him. So the story is going to start with him. In 2017, this guy right here somehow fished me into WordPress by inviting me to attend meetups, WordPress meetups. By then, the only thing that I was doing was to do technical writing, like she says. She's a technical writer. And so, in 2017, I was working with a cybersecurity company, and all I did was research and write anything about cybersecurity. By the way, I do not have an IT education background, but I am a textile engineer by profession. That's what I studied at first. So when I was in the cybersecurity space, I didn't know anything about web development, but because, you see, when you're looking for a career, when you're looking for a job, anything that is presented to you, you just take it. So I wanted to change my life, and I wanted to know what technology was about. So I joined this cybersecurity company, and the job there is no one who is going to work with you and show you everything around your business and show you everything around, or let's say WordPress, but it is you to take a step to do your own research. And that is how my story on how I have done digital marketing and been recognized, and then when people search about something, they are able to see you. It is because I have researched them. So I will begin my presentation like this. It's going to be very short. Every digital marketing strategy that you want to implement should start with a purpose. I have ever applied, I'll tell you, I don't know if you have any entrepreneurs here who have applied for Tony Erimeru. Do we have people here? Yes, David, there's another gentleman here. How many of you have been successful? None? Well, I have been one of the people who have applied for that. And I remember one day in 2018, I got so disappointed, and I'm like, I'm not going to apply for any of those entrepreneurship stuff anymore. Why? Because I hated, and I really hated, getting negative feedback. Up to now, I hate failure. Before I take a risk to do something, I will ask, am I going to be successful at this or no? So I remember one time I applied for Tony Erimeru Foundation, that entrepreneurship award, and well, it came out negative. But one of the things that I discovered, honestly speaking, I had no presence online. That even if they searched about my business online, they would never. Competitors are searching about you. Even if it's an investor, before they give you their money, they're searching about you. Even if it's a client, all clients search about companies that are going to do business. So you need to have that presence online. But while you are building your business, you need to know what is the purpose of the strategy that I'm going to implement. Yes, you're going to be on social media, you're going to have a website, you're going to do all this other digital marketing stuff, but what purpose do you have? So many of us here have websites, but when I ask you why do you have a website, you'll say, because I really want to have a website online. But why do you need that website? What is the purpose of that website? What is your purpose of being on social media as a business? Percent of clients who tell you they need a digital marketing strategy, they do not know what is very important. Competitors, people, how many of us here are web developers? Web designers? Okay. Freelancers, let me say freelancers. You don't run a company. You're just a freelancer, anyone can hire you. Okay, I want to ask one person. Which other freelancer do you know? Apart from yourself, let me ask her, which other freelancer do you know? And what is most interesting about that freelancer?
The other freelancers I know, but maybe is
Daniel, I see. Oh.
Yes. And
what is most interesting about him?
He has set his standards. Being a freelancer can be very effective when you don't know how to deal with clients. You have to know.
Sometimes, but I will expect a message from my say, how many mothers? Anyone else? Okay, now let's hear people who run companies. Hey, you say you're not freelancer. Hey, what is the name of your company?
The way they do, there is education, but there's stress-driven business. There's stress-driven ICT. They also stress-driven empowerment of the girls.
Thank you. Okay, let's clap for them. Alright, the reason as why I asked that question is one. If you know your competitor, you know how they work. And that is just enough to give you a start to how to build your strategy. Because you know someone who is in the space and you know how they are doing things. The only thing you have to do is do it differently and beat them. Are we together? So the level of expertise of your audience, so you can choose a particular language to use. You have to know. Let's say you have okay, for example, I do art and fashion products. And one of the target audience we have is the tourism market. So one thing I have to know is what appeals to tourists when they are buying stuff. When I am creating content, because the digital marketing strategies is basically content, whether written or video, it's basically content. Always engage with your visitors. Most of the organization or web designers here, when a client comes, you don't advise them on what features they should have on their website. But as a rule, it should be in you as a web designer to show yourself professionally to the client. Advise them that if you need to engage with your clients, maybe put a chatbot. If you need your clients to do this and this, have a survey to ask them questions. You can use online promos, like those are the things you should be advising your clients to do. That actually makes you a professional, and trust me, clients also want people who benefit them. Someone who is not just taking their money. For you, they come, they develop you develop a website, then they go. But that additional effort you take to educate your client also helps, because it's very important such that you stay on that website. After reading that article, you'll be like, what are they doing? And then as you're looking through the website, you're actually thinking, I think I can buy this. But let me tell you one thing. The digital marketing strategies cannot work without an offline strategy. So as you start to do digital marketing, the offline is very important, because there is not going to be a digital or an online strategy without an offline. If I spend my money to go and attend a training, let's say in Egypt, and come back and post about it, for you you're seeing the online, but you don't see the offline I have done. I have invested in money to go and attend this conference and then post about it, and then you're smitten. So, while you're thinking about being online, think about your activities offline.
As in Kasirye, this is my first WordCamp. I've been meeting you and so on, but this presentation, even when I was coming to WordCamp, I was so much interested in this. One of the sessions I'm interested in. When we are doing businesses, we have not done strategies first while we start. Like I was talking about one of my clients, the things like marketing, into marketing and so on. And I told them, because we are getting so many issues, I told them, let's work on the strategy. And they know what they want to achieve, because I was getting exactly what it was. My number one question is, you have a source of inspiration. If someone wants to talk to Jinja, does that person specifically want to talk to Cerinah? Because there's some conversation where they're telling us, no, you need to get a contact, like a phone number for a business. And then, so I need some.
Okay, there are 3 questions. Can I answer that? Do you allow me to? Okay, thank you. I'll start with the last one. How do I differentiate Trivial Bookstore from myself? Like I told you, what is your goal? One of the goals that I have is to grow this business big. I don't want this business to depend on me. And when I'm working, I work with 5 people. Each of these 5 people does something different, so it's not about me. And even if I design some of the products that you see on the website, I do not 100% sit and do them. I have over 200 artisans who sit and do those products. That is number 1. The other thing about communication is I have separated my business line from my personal line. I have a line where if you call that line, I would know you're calling for business. You're not reaching out to me personally. Even if you go to social media, you know our contact is orders at trillion.store. Though sometimes I will read the messages that go there or the emails that go there, I have my personal, which is Cerinah at trillion.store. So this is what I have said, because I want to grow a business that is independent of me. That I do not have to be around for work to move. Even when I am aware, work can still move. Even when I will be the one reading orders at Trillion Lows, if a stranger came on the website and sent 2 orders, they will not know that they are talking to the CEO of the business. Because perception is very important in doing business. And I also hate it when a client says, I want you to be the one doing this. You cannot do everything. So I try not to be everything for the business. Which other question did you ask? My source of inspiration. In 2020, I was working for a craft village where I was doing marketing. Hamza is aware of that, he used to visit. So when I tell this story, Hamza, don't report me. So I was working for an art and craft association where I spent 2 years without being paid. Because, a year close to a year without being paid because the tourism market had closed. But then that craft market has over 3,000 artisans who do different products, and their products were stuck in the shops. So my source of inspiration was to get out and implement an alternative to the offline marketing. And that is why we started the e-commerce platform to help artisans market these products at the comfort of their homes. That's my source of inspiration. What was the last question? Branding. I talked about branding, though I didn't talk about it in detail because we can't really discuss everything. goals that I mentioned. When you are choosing a digital marketing strategy or you're going online for your business, you need to have a goal, whether to create awareness, make sales, branding, whatever that goal is. So if you say that I want to brand my business such that people have a perception of this is the best business I can work with, you have to sit down and think, how do I come out as the best brand online, from branding, colors, consistency. Recently we changed the brand Trillion Looks. I don't know if some of you noticed. We changed the logo, we changed the color, we changed almost everything about Trillion Looks because the color we had at first was brown. So I thought every time people went to the site, it was dull and boring. We didn't change anything on that site, we just changed the site colors. And every time people go there, they're like, wow, this is what? But it was the same website. It's just color that changed. So branding also goes into that, but we can't exhaust everything. I hope I don't have any more questions, unless I have one. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to stop here and thank you for being such a wonderful audience.